Hey guys, it's been a rough year. If you're like me, in which you've had enough of this year, I wouldn't blame you. Recently, the last couple of days, I've been really on edge. And not in the way you think it is. It's just this month is sort of hitting a whole lot of sore spots because well, it's supposed to be a festive time, but apparently not to me. So let's see what's been happening. Let me see. For the past couple of days, internet's been pretty spotty because of the weather, and the weather's been sort of off and on. It's been like up and down between 70 degrees, 80 degrees during the day, but we still got that cold front just right there, visibly to where you could feel it on your skin. And afterwards, I've been feeling quite sick. And the kind of sickness that you don't expect. And I don't mean like flu sickness. I mean pretty much I have been feeling kind of. So let's see. The last couple of days, I tried to stream, and like I said, with the weather being as spotty as all get out, Wednesday I tried to stream something. It didn't work out, and just a few hours ago, when I was trying to stream nights, it went off and on, off and on, off and on, off and on, off and on for 4 hours. So when I went to check the footage, the whole stream just got chewed up. So there went that idea. My original idea was to basically do a shotgun stream. Basically, with Melody's Escape, I was going to do for Wednesday. I do SRW games, so I was going to do 3 discs worth of music based off of the anime that's seen in SRW, like the earlier anime. And I mean, we're talking about Zomba 3, Darton 3, Trider G7, all the way up to, say, Reisna. Well, as I said, because of what happened, I haven't been feeling too good. I mean, emotionally, haven't been feeling too good, as well as physically, haven't been feeling too good. A few minutes ago, right after I streamed, and after I saw what happened to it, both times, I mentally blew up. Really and truly, I mentally just blew up. I screamed. like there's no tomorrow. But when I scream, it's sort of like it's very high pitched in my head. So yes, I am that upset, that mad, to where basically I'm literally shaking right now. I am literally trembling as we speak. And I mentioned this before, but it's like this. I deal with a whole lot of shit throughout this whole year. And on top of that, before that, years before, I pretty much I try to keep everything like nailed down inside me, but it's kind of hard to do that when you're constantly upset, you're constantly dispirited and depressed and everything else. And it exists in me. It really does. It affects me, as you can tell. It affects how I speak, as you can tell. Because when I am upset, or when I am angry in some form, or even when I'm depressed, my lisp comes out. So therefore, I have been trying. And things have not been any easier for me. And as much as I have been, doing a year's worth of videos and streams and everything else, if I screamed at the top of my lungs, well, let's just say you don't want to see that coming from me. My anger is that of, say, get a robo. It can tear up a room. And therefore, when I get angry and I get upset, it just... like I am screaming, get a shine. And all of a sudden, just everything is like decimated in that one blow. So my only out is I had to write out, say, how I'm feeling, and that's my only way I could say I'm upset. So I'm gonna do it like this. It takes me a while just to figure out what I'm going to say. But I apologize. Truly and honestly, I apologize for getting so upset to where basically my mental health is affected by it. It's so hard to try to keep a level head throughout all this. What makes things even harder is me just managing, not trying to explode. And damn near the eve of Christmas too. that's the real kicker here. Things have not been the same since. trust me, 5 years, having to deal with the changes physically and mentally and emotionally, it really has not been easy. And let's just say that loneliness, it doesn't help things either. It really doesn't. But how it is these days, even online, when you think, people are really close, they aren't that close. When you're with a community, they're not that, they're not looking out for you. They're not, checking in on you or something like that, or what have you. I mean, only a small handful of people, just a small handful of people, check in, say hi, talk, sit, chat for a while, and then go. It's different than being around people, And the fact that, I hadn't been the same since my folks passed away. So that hurts too. I think that's the one thing that's really kicking me and hurting me. And constantly just there is that they're no longer here. And it's not the fact that, it's age. No. It's just the fact that I'm used to a knock at the door, Or, my door suddenly being open, and now that I open it, there's nobody there on the other end. It just reminds me of when I was a child and I was left in this house alone, and, my mom. Back then, my mom and dad, when they were around, my dad usually come home from work, and he would go instantly to the back house, basically his man cave, and all he would do back there is drink and listen to some Al Green. I'm basically here in the front house, just left with my own devices. And even now, a couple years later, after all the changes, I'm pretty much just, because after everything that's been going on, I'm like, I feel mentally spent, emotionally spent, and Lord knows, when I snapped, I just snapped. Just all the fireworks just went off, and trust me, I did feel myself. I felt a seizure going on, so I literally just had to shut myself down for a time. And this was right after the stream. Because like I said, I was going through a lot. I was going through some kind of appointment I had earlier, and with everything that's been going on, and trying to keep it together up here, and physically, excuse me, mentally. It's been a long day, so I'm yawning because it's been a long day. I felt myself stretch very thin, and I just feel like, I honestly feel like I failed. And, trust me, you don't know what it's like with if you know what it's like with a disability, you know. If you know, you know. But if you don't, let me explain to you. The ridicule, it leaves a mark. The ridicule, it leaves a mark. So it's sort of a thing with me, For years I've been educated, I've been homeschooled, and I went to regular school till high school. I lost my dad when I was 13. It was hard. And I'm trying to help my mom, and that's hard too. And at the same time, she wanted to make a decision to move, but we didn't, so we didn't move. Now, where we were gonna go was Louisiana, because we had family there back then. Have family. Now it's had family. And throughout the entirety, snowball. The entire time after Dad passed, then everything just snowballed really, really fast. And then, of course, when Mom passed, she passed in 2017. So a year later, I had a heart attack. That's in 2018. So fast forward 2018, 19, 20, 21, 22. 5 years later, after going through, say, a multiple count of, say, going up to here, going up to there, 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 going up to here, going back and forth, 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 to where, I get my medicine, and then on top of that, go see my doctor. I gotta go from this place, I go from that place, I gotta deal with this, and deal with this, and then I gotta deal with A, B, C, D, F, G, just everything under the sun. I feel kind of shot. Mentally, I'm shot. Physically, if you can hear it in my voice, I am also shot too. Vocally, I am really, really shot. When I am like this, like I said, after everything that I have went through in my life, I feel like I feel like I'm a failure, and I do not like that feeling. I hate that feeling. I do not like that feeling. I cannot stand that feeling. So yeah, I feel like, in hindsight, I feel like a failure. And for those who feel like I'm going on a tangent of sorts, no. I've been holding this in for a very, 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 very long time. And let me tell you, it's kind of hard to hold that in when you got so much anger, so much rage, so much depression, so much sadness, so much of everything. And you hear from the guy who says, "Oh, it's all right, it's okay." He's like, "Yeah, in your neck of the woods, it's all right. You're gonna be all right. You're gonna be okay." Me, I'm not all right. I'm not okay. I have never been right, nor been okay. The ridicule is pretty damn strong. Everything about me is pretty much flawed, just like everybody else. And I can definitely feel myself going to cry. And I'm actually like kind of glad I have a moment to myself while I'm in this house by myself. Just because if I get yelled at, if I get some kind of comment saying, you really put your foot into it, or something like that, yeah, you know what? I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Honestly, I don't. Because my feelings will either be dismissed or just null and void. To where it's like, you don't matter. Well, apparently I personally matter. I'm hurting very much. Trust me, when you have a mental seizure, everything starts to break down. And I've had one of those mental seizures in which it just goes and just says, "How long have you been holding that in?" I can hear my anger just saying, "How long have you been holding that in? How long have you been upset? How long have you been this and that?" And I can always say, "Oh, I've been upset for a while." And I can say this with a smile on my face, and at the same time, I can feel my fists being tightly clenched and want to just go Juoken. That's how. That's how I've been all this time. I've been shouldering all this madness within myself, on myself, because I'm that guy. I'm supposed to be that guy. That's like, you know what is? He says it's all right. It's not all right. Trust me. Trust me, it's not all right at all. Especially when you feel like you're about to break something. I don't feel ashamed for this, for saying all this, because I've been holding it in a very, very long time. And, oh, trust me, I'm taking a breath. I'm just slowly coming down from the built-up and the explosion from the inside of me. I'm slowly trying to fix that part of me that's inside, that's messed up, that's sort of just all sorts of. I feel like the inside of me has just been puking up blood. That's how messed up I am inside. It's sort of. It's like I'm in a drunken stupor, but it's more like a euphoric type of stupor. And if I throw a punch now, I'm going to basically hit the floor and just go out like light. It's not because I'm cold either. Cold is one thing, but on the inside, it's totally something else. And I could tell it's my anger. And I'm trying to internally have a monologue with myself. Because I am really that mad. I have really been that mad, that upset, that sort of in a level 3. Yeah, I'm on that level of mad. That's not the good kind of level I need to be at as far as my anger is concerned. My anger is supposed to be at least 2A1. And honestly, I feel for you guys out there who had to deal with the winter. Really, even though it's not as cold over here, but over there, wherever you guys are at, oh, I hope you guys are bundled up nice and toasty warm. And to Rio out there, man, I saw that I saw what happened, and really, man, I hope you are okay. You that could have been you, man. And I'm gonna say this just in case if I don't tell this to you next day. I'm glad you're still alive, man. You still got your life. You are still around. And no, I'm honestly glad you're still alive. You're still among us. Damn shame about the car, but at least you're okay. I had to deal with the seasons. I had to deal with the system. I have to deal with the many days I have to constantly feel like I'm trying my damnedest. I'm trying to push, I'm trying to hustle, trying to whatever I can do. And each day in this sickly body of mine, the anger is always there. And it's festering at me. It's always festering within me. And it's very difficult. And even as I'm taking a slow breath like this, in hindsight, yeah. I'm sorry if I felt so angry, so upset, and I blew up much earlier. I'm frustrated, also tired of this year. And really, I am. I really am. I'm just tired of the rest of this year. I'm literally just. That's where my mind is right now. My mind is literally like. That's in a word. So, um, well, I think I should try to say something a bit uplifting, shall I? Okay. Channel is concerned, okay, as far as streams are concerned, I am not going to stream anything more than what I did recently. So, I will say this, the end of Batman, the Telltale series, that was my last stream for this year. Whatever I tried to do as an extra, it didn't work. Because of how the internet has been as of late. Whatever I try to do for Wednesday, well, didn't try it. And whatever I tried for tonight, it got shot to hell. I even tried to do it earlier before my doctor's appointment, and guess what? That got shot to hell because internet. But nothing we can do about it because the weather is also plays a factor in it. Even though we have Wi-Fi, it still plays a factor in it. Nothing I can do about it. It just is what it is. On top of that, well, even my doctor's appointment, it was a wash. And even afterwards, what I did, I just felt like, you know what? I feel defeated. I feel like, you know, I do not bleeding care. I wanted to. I wanted to at least, you know, try something. But I should have stuck with my original idea and just said, you know what I did for Monday, that's my last stream. And I could have went and gone and done more videos for what I'm currently doing. But I didn't. Figured I'd do something extra. And of course, you know, knowing me and how I am with streams, I don't make a great turnout. And I come up with at least me, myself, and I, and at least a few people who stop by. Other than that, yeah, I'm done. I'm done for this year. As far as streams concerned, I'm not coming back to it until, say, at least until after New Year's. I don't know how far after New Year's, but it's going to be after New Year's. They'll be in a much better mindset. Possibly things will be changing to where something's coming in for me, and there be a windfall, so I can do more for myself, and to where I can do something, But right now, yeah, technically, I feel like this right now. This is my anger. Yeah, this picture of Getarobo right here, Shin Getarobo. Yeah, this is pretty much my anger. This is pretty much everything that I've been. That is basically, if my anger, rage, fury, all that stuff that basically festers within, this is pretty much how it would look right now. It would look like Shin Getarobo. Okay? He would just have this look on his face, as you can see right there. He's constantly pissed. He's constantly mad. The depression, sadness, rage, sorrow, all that stuff. Yeah. He just. Technically, yeah. That's where I stand internally. That this is me internally. This is what you're looking at. Me internally, right here. This is how I feel on a daily basis. I feel like this. You wouldn't even tell, but that's how I look. I look like this. And picture this. Me as a child, going from me as a child versus me now, and I've been like this. This is pretty much the inside of me. And if I look like I'm about to kill somebody, yeah, I got every right to want to do that sometimes. But as far as that's concerned, that's me internally. I'm feeling a lot better because I'm getting it out. I'm finally getting all this mess out. It's interesting, I just been basically, oh hey, you think it's easy being me? It's not been easy. It's never been easy. Because even if I'm smiling right now, it's like, yeah, that look basically says, you feel better? Do you want to test me? Do you really want to poke the bear? Trust me, I've been poked and prodded many times in my life. Mostly by ridicule. I could take it on the chin, but oh my god. It's just been crazy. It's honestly been crazy. It's been a crazy year. Oh, and before I forget, and I'm going to say this right here too, just in case if I don't see him online and I don't mention it, Gold, I'm sorry about your situation with the pipes. Trust me, as someone from Louisiana and someone who has been through an old house, pipes are scary, man. Pipes are very, very scary. And I hope you get that problem fixed. Really, pretty damn soon. So, let's see. Yeah, I'm coming down. I'm really coming down. My inner monologue is just bleh, 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 you know, just my inner monologue, folks. Many might give me a thumbs down, but I don't fucking care. Because how often do you hear me so angry and so depressed and so this and so that, and you know, how often do you hear me sound like I've been through a fight? Like I've been beaten up and basically, you know, I'm walking away with a smile on my face and my ass almost handed to me. But here I am and I'm victorious. Oh, trust me. Conflict is my life, man. I've been dealing with this kind of shit when I was a youngster. And only because of disability. Yeah. So guess what? I had to basically defend myself. That's the only thing my dad, who I've only known for like say 13 years as a child, that's the only thing he taught me before he passed away. It's kind of hard to walk around with iron and basically you kind of have to shrug off the little dings. You gotta take every little hit that you can take, and as my friends would say, that paladin shield, yeah, it's a rusty paladin shield. Yeah, it's a rusty paladin shield. I'm not trying to be a goddamn paladin. Fuck that shit. I'd rather be a dragoon. I'd rather be a samurai. I don't want to be a motherfucking paladin. That's not me. Even if my friends do pick on me, I don't fucking care. I know who I am. I know what I am. And I'm well aware of who and what I have. Who I have and what I have. Yeah, who I have and what I have. I deal with mental health issues all the goddamn time. I speak to people who are miles. We're talking states. We're talking worlds apart. We're talking nations and countries apart, man. We're talking about the whole fucking world, man. Basically, I'm on here all the time, as my stepdad usually calls it so eloquently before he passed away, my radio station. That's what he calls my YouTube channel, my radio station. Sort of right, yeah, because basically that's what I am. That's what it is. It's basically a modern day radio station. That's all YouTube really is, a modern day radio station. Same thing with Twitch. It's a modern day radio station. Unless if you want to post your mugs onto freaking Twitch, okay, that's you. You can do that. You can even do that on YouTube. Provided that, you know, slobs actually work for you. Streamlabs OBS. That's what slobs mean. Streamlabs OBS. Believe me when I say this, I'm trying to fit in somewhere. That's all I know. I'm trying to fit in somewhere. I look at my left side and it's basically the square peg in a round hole. That's how it is. And many people who might, look down on this message, yeah, I don't blame you. I would look down on this message too. Even after I'm done with this, I still gotta hear it. I still gotta share it to Twitch. Not Twitch, Twitter. I gotta share this to Twitter. And even so, if I wanted to, share it onto, Facebook. LinkedIn? Fuck that. Reddit? What's that? Instagram? No. Because I doubt any people would be actually posting something on Instagram, because, it's like, it's you. Whatever. Trust me, it's very hard. Behind the scenes of everything. This is what goes on behind the scenes. Mentally, emotionally, just yeah, mentally I'm kind of like upset. Physically kind of drained. Mentally still here, and emotionally kind of like you okay? Yeah, okay. And I'm trying to say this with a smile on my face. That's why I look at this character and I'm like, damn, you look like you're about to do a shining finger and get a beam in 2 seconds flat. Or even worse, a shining get a finger? Shining get a finger, that sounds cool. Shining get a finger, yeah. Shining get a spark beam attack. If you can't tell by now, I'm really, really coming down because I'm sort of like readjusting. Mentally readjusting myself. And that's the only thing I could not stand throughout all this mess. Throughout the many years I've been alive, it's been a lot of readjusting. At least I have a batch of friends that I hang out with on a daily basis. If not a daily basis, on a weekly basis. That I come out and support them when they stream. When I don't feel like a tired pile of shit. When I don't feel like I'm kicking my own ass. When I don't feel like ABCDFG. When I feel I can sit down and just say what I need to say and just like, okay, I'm done. Oh, because good vibes only. Fuck your good vibes, okay? Not everybody can have good vibes, okay? So let's be real, let's be honest. My vibes have never been good. Tolerable at best, but never been good. After 5 years. After 5 years of having to deal with a stent in my heart, dealing with taking medicine, and the constant chugging of what I have to deal with, I'm still here. Oddly enough. Despite the many beatings I endured over the years from society, as well as within myself, I'm still here. Even from my friends, I'm still fucking here. So that tells you something, folks. As long as I got a heart beating, and a time to myself in which I can basically have all my negativity just instantly and utterly implode upon impact, I think we'll be fine. Because hey, I don't want to hurt those I care about, so rather hurt myself in the process instead of hurting somebody else for no apparent reason, just because I'm angry and upset and I hate the world and I can't stand it. That's just me. Really, that's just me. Going back to the channel. Things will pick up right after January. Yeah, because I got stuff up for January. So at least what I'm gonna be working on, as far as that's concerned, I'm gonna be working on a bit of Namco cross Capcom. I'll be finishing up Persona. I'll also be working on some Ys 8. Because hey, I'm still a content creator and I gotta make content, because why not? I got to. Give me something to do. Until whatever next comes in as far as my auditions are concerned, or whatever else is going to happen from the next couple of days. Until next year or whatever. I'm still trying to be something. I'm still trying to bring something back to the table. I'm still trying to do something with my time. Instead of just sitting here day in, day out. I'm doing something. Okay? That's all you need to know. I'm doing something, and even though I'm a mess on the inside, at least I'm being honest about it. So with that said, I am going to put this message up. And after all this, I'm going to, if I put something else up, it'll be something with me being on a better mood than I am in right now. At least when I put this up, please be advised that I've had a long year, and so has the rest of me. My heart, my mind, my emotions, just everything under the sun. It had a long year. Everything about me had a long year. But that is for another time. So until next or whatever I do, see you guys around. The Tenkaichi has spoken, and Izzy is out. Thou art I am thou. Persona!